Hi everyone. Like we haven't collected enough. We started the Harry Potter mini verse with the Make It Mini potions, and everything is in here to make a potion. And there were, I'm wanting to say, there were several. I'm trying to see if it says on here how many potions there actually were. But when we
15.
15 potions. So let's open this one and see what potion we get to make. So with a lot of these, there's like a double layer, but I think this layer is really cool with the Harry Potter one. I like the way that second layer looks. And in case you have trouble when you open these, if you look for a tag, usually there's a tag you can pull and see like there's an arrow here and it's telling you that's where the tag is. And then you can kind of pull it. So it's supposed to help get it off. So I normally don't take these off on camera, but I kind of wanted to explain to you in case you got one, how they came off. So I'll be right back once I get the whole thing done, okay? So once we get all the wrapping off, we end up with this. And it's a clear container with a lot of stuff inside of it. And because Kalijah is like a really big Harry Potter fan and she loves making the potion, I'm going to let her do some of the main stuff on this one, and you guys can just kind of watch and I'll help.
Alright, so once you get it open, you can kind of see we have quite a few little bags.
Here, let me take the collector one from. Which one's the collector?
This one's the collector one.
Okay, now I can do the marking.
It shows you which ones you can get. It also, on the other side, has like the instructions on how to easily make it. And from this already, we can tell that we got dragon's blood, which I'm excited about because you never really hear much about certain ingredients like that.
And how do you know we got dragon's blood?
Because on the other side, where it shows like your step-by-step how to make it.
Oh yeah, and then it has the little...
It shows you which one you have.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. The dragon's blood.
Yeah, something cool about these little balls is once you're completely done with your potion, it actually forms a little display case for you. So you can put your little table in there.
And then you can put this over top, right?
Yeah. And then
Cool.
there is another piece, just haven't found it yet.
You want me to cut some of these while you're talking?
Yeah. It'll show... There's a little piece on the inside of one of these that forms a little stopper, as if you're stopping the potion bottle. So off camera, I've opened one of our bottles, which will be our little vials for our dragon's blood.
And then here's like a little stirrer stick.
And we have little stickers for decorating the bottles.
So we've been marking when we do them. So I'm going to find out dragon's blood and mark it because we're hoping to get...
It's right here.
Is this the dragon's blood?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking about buying her the whole kit, but it was like $60 for all potions. Yeah. I'm like, let's just buy one at a time. And then this does screw off somehow. She's more of an expert at that. I haven't been able to. This is the little thing I think you were trying to tell them about.
Here's our ingredients for our little potions.
And then you got your little funnel.
Mm-hmm.
And
then this is your little stopper for the top of your little display potion bottle. So it just clips right in. And then once the table is in, you'll have a little a little potion bottle to display your little potions in.
You know, they really put a lot of thought into this when they
Yeah.
made it, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they really made it intriguing for Harry Potter fans like myself.
And I think what's really cool is that you get to actually make that potion.
Yeah. So it's like you're actually in potions class,
Yeah.
being taught by Professor Snape himself.
Which is kind of cool.
Or if you're not really a Snape fan, Professor Slughorn might be your
Yeah.
go-to professor for potions.
Just use your imagination. You want me to cut this little thing off? Okay. I know that she has a lot of fun with these potion kits.
Yeah, because it's always fun when you get to experience what it'd be like to actually be at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're making 2 potions at like the same time.
Well, these are your little caps.
Yeah.
And they're 2 different ones, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so the first thing you do is you gotta open your cauldron, which is always the tough part. Because sometimes it doesn't want to open. Because these are all made with resin.
So you definitely don't want to leave your kids alone with this. You
Yeah.
definitely, as a parent, want to do this with them.
Yes, I'm going to open the cauldron off screen so it's a little easier for me to open it. But I will show you once it's open. Alright, so there's the lid of the cauldron. And once you get the lid off, you'll have this little safety seal to keep all your resin inside, which you will open. Which is always the tough part for me.
It's kind of hard to open again. I think that they did that on purpose so that kids do have to have the help of their parents to do it. Because this is really not a kit you would want to just give a kid and have them, you know, you want to supervise
This
it.
is more for like 10 plus.
Yeah. So here we go.
Okay, so it took us a little time because even though I am almost 22 years old, I did have to hand the cauldron over to my aunt for some adult supervision and assistance. So here we go. We have the cauldron full of our little resin. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open our first ingredient for our potion, which is this beautiful yellow glitter.
Ooh, love glitter. I love it when they put glitter in these. Uh-oh.
I'm spilling glitter.
Oh no, I hope you don't melt. It's dragon's blood.
And then you're going to pour your glitter into your resin. You know, make sure you get all in there.
And it has that little tool that comes with it that you mix it with.
And you just mix it all up. And there are 2 vials because we're making 2 separate potions at the same time. So, with our first one, it's just going to be this beautiful silvery gold, like sparkly gold one. So we're going to pour it into our vial.
I'm going to have resin for the second part.
Yeah, so you pour about half your mixture into the first one. And
I think you did more than half.
I think I did too. But
Oh well.
we'll see. And then
Oh look, some of it's dropping into the other one.
yeah, and then you're gonna open your second one, which is the red glitter. And then you're gonna pour your red glitter again into your cauldron. It's outside. Mixy, mixy, mix. I really feel like a Hogwarts student doing their potions class. Okay, and then once you have it all nice and mixed up, you will then take your second potion and do the same with as the first and pour it right into your second vial. Make sure you always scrape the bottom of your cauldron. Make sure you get all nice and in. Seems like there's more resin than vial. Yep.
You could fit. Are you supposed to put some in that one, or I don't?
Yeah, there's a little more resin than than your vials, but that's fine. I do need to go.
There's a paper towel right on the wall on the other side of the door, right there. Kind of cool looking. Now you do have to use a light.
Yeah, you do have to either put it in the sunlight, or if you have a UV lamp, you can use your UV lamp for 2 to 5 minutes.
What we do is, because I'm a nail technician, we use our nail lamp, and we've been putting them in there. I think the last two you did for 4 minutes, right?
The first one I did about 4 minutes. Second one was only about 2 minutes because it actually hardened a lot quicker
Okay.
than I was expecting.
Okay.
So I'm just going to clean up our little vials real quick before we put them under the UV lamp, because you want to make sure you can still put the stoppers on your potion.
It's a little messy, isn't it?
It's a little messy. So again, if you're a child and you get this as like a Christmas gift or birthday gift, please have adult supervision. We don't need you making a mess of your parents' kitchen and them complaining in our comment section about it.
You definitely don't want them putting the stuff in their mouth. I just wiped off your little table for you.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was doing nothing. Here's the other one.
Yeah, trying to make sure they actually close.
Yeah.
Before I go in.
I guess these are stickers to put on the bottles?
Yes, those will be to decorate the bottles once we get them all
Okay, cool.
taken care of. Alright, so I'm going to see you guys in a little bit once I get them all cured. Alright, I am back after curing the potions. And they look really cool after they've been cured.
You look cool.
Especially because I had a little bit of the yellow to the red, and a little bit of the red to the yellow. And now we're just gonna put our little stop. If they will stop trying to roll away, we're gonna put our little stoppers in, and then they will be all done. There's like a specific one for each bottle. Oh, wrong way.
So she's trying to get the caps onto the vials now.
It's not always the easiest part, especially after you get them all cured and everything. Sometimes the stoppers do not want to stay on. I think I may have also overfilled them, which is my fault. Yeah, so my stoppers are not going to go on because I did slightly overfill them. But it's okay. We'll make do. There we go. Okay. So, because I did slightly overfill my vials, they're not going to stay, the stoppers are not going to stay on the bottles. Let's get the stickers on, however.
Do they need to go like set in water, or are they decals or stickers?
Stickers, they're just a little hard to peel off.
Okay.
So the stickers are a little hard to peel off, so if you are, again, a child trying to do this on your own, we would recommend having a parent do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there we go. Get our super cool dragon's blood. They really made these stickers really hard to get off. Alright, and then here's our second sticker. Again, my stoppers are not wanting to stay on. But here we go. There's our stickers all on our bottles. And if you want to be a little extra with your bottles, you can do a little writing on the stickers, marking them as like dragon's blood. You don't have to, of course, but again, you can if you want to. So there you have it. That is our...
And then you want to show them how it looks in the...
And then if you want to, you can always put... I always recommend putting the feet of the table in first before you put the top on, because it's easier that way. So, if you want to, you can always save like your spoon. I would recommend wiping off any excess resin before you put it in though. So you can set your spoon in. I like to keep the cauldron because it's always super cool to have the cauldron in with everything else.
And you can always put some of your tools underneath the table in the bottom section, because there's like a little bit of room in there if you wanted to. Yeah, so like your empty bottles, you could always throw in there.
Yeah. So there's the cauldron. It's always super fun to keep your, like, the little potion pieces.
Mm.
And they have like a little, almost like a furnace almost for your cauldron to heat up your potion. However, I do not recommend having the cauldron on top of that when it's in the display case, because it may not fit.
Yeah.
So there you have it. There's everything on the table. And you just take the top. Your potions may not want to stay in, because some of them are a little taller than the top. So sometimes you may have to lay your potions down. But there we have it.
Cool.
There's
That's
our
neat.
little potion set.
Yeah. And then you can have a spot in your room that's your little potion area, huh?
Yeah, you can if you are a huge Harry Potter fan like I am, you can always get like a shelf and display all your little potion bottles.
That's cool.
So there you have it. There's our
Very
dragon's
good.
blood.
That's cool. Thank you for joining us today.